Good morning everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today it's a super sunny day and can you hear the birds singing? For the past 2 weeks they all came out and it's just so nice to get out in the morning and hear them all chirping around. Anyway, I need to sort out this huge pile of wood and ivy that I removed a few days ago, and to do that I'm gonna use this chipper, which I'm super excited about because it looks a lot of fun. It basically makes chips out of whatever you put in it, and then the bigger pieces, probably not those, but the bigger pieces that are in here I will just cut with the chainsaw. Since this is gonna be, I think, a long job, I thought I would use this occasion to answer some of your questions that you left on my second last video about the house. A lot of you were curious on how much it was and where it is and all of that stuff, so I'm gonna answer that today. The trees were here and they all had to go because this is where the edge is and where I'm gonna put the fence. And in all honesty, it's a much bigger job than I initially anticipated. Also because here, I don't know if you can see, but here this piece of land kind of slopes down and it would be good to kind of level it again. And I would like to put a little garden here just because it's directly, like, it's a perfect position. It's very sunny, a little bit windy, but it's very sunny, so I'm thinking that it would be good to level this up and then make a veggie patch here. I think the fence is gonna take forever, so I'm gonna actually put one just around here, a temporary one, because I am getting another dog. Obviously not I'm gonna foster another dog in a few weeks, because Willie did leave. He took maybe like 5 days to find a home. He was super fast because you saw him, he was super cute. And also, you know, puppies, everybody wants a puppy, so it's easy to get, you know, to get them adopted. I've been working for the past hour and a half and it still looks like I haven't done anything. I think I'm gonna be here all day. That thing that chews the wood, it's super cool, but it is quite slow, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. But anyway, I wanted to answer the first question, which is, where is this place? What's the name of the village? What's the name of the lake and the mountains? And for obvious reasons, I can't share my exact location online. There are weird people and you just never know, and this village is very small, so it wouldn't be hard to find me. But all I can say is that it is in the northeast of Italy, in a region called Veneto, which is the region of Venice, and the Dolomites are just about an hour this way. Good morning. It's actually the day after and I finally finished the wood pile and it's all on those big bags. Look at this. It was so satisfying but so long. And now I just need to cut the wood and then stack it up and let it dry. I need to cut it big enough or small enough to fit in the wood stove. I thought I would answer another question before I start cutting wood, which is, are there really scorpions in Italy? And yes, there are many scorpions in Italy. I don't actually know if there are any in like more flat areas. Like I know in the mountains they are fairly common, and here I already met like 3 scorpions, and yeah, that's just part of the ecosystem, I guess, and there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, I get afraid every time I see one, but then I'm like, it's just a scorpion, it's fine, it's not gonna kill you. They're not like super poisonous or anything. Of course it's gonna hurt if you step on one, but they're nothing, you know, they're not gonna kill you. And they were here before me, so they have all the right to stay here. The first days, like the first ones that I saw, I actually put outside of the house, but now if I see one, I just let them stay, honestly. Like, as long as there's not an infestation of like 100 scorpions, if it's just 1 or 2, then I'm fine with it. They live in the cellar, so I don't usually go there barefoot, so that's that.
I was alone and a quiver on the boat for the river. And oh, my hands were cold. That mighty river flowing, sure he knows where it's going. And I have to wait.
I am done, and I think I'm gonna go for a walk now. Many of you asked how far I am from a city or where do I do my grocery shopping, and I'm about 45 minutes away from a small medium-sized city, and then about an hour and something away from a bigger city. So really I'm not that far from civilization, and there is a village just up there, but it is super tiny and it has no facilities other than a church. Italy is a lot different from places like the US or Canada, where you can go like, you know, hours and hours before you meet anybody or see anything. In Italy, you know, it's quite densely populated, so there aren't really many places where you're very, very far away from a town or a village.
Far from home, I'm traveling on.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'm actually gonna try to make a kind of a frame for this mirror, and I'm gonna use some thread and I'm gonna try and do like a macrame wrapping around it. I really don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm excited to see what I can come up with. I found this it was just with the wood pile. I think they were wanting to throw it away, but it's perfectly fine mirror, so I thought I would find a way to use it. And before I start, I wanted to answer another question that was asked a lot, which is how much I paid for this place. But before I answer that question, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes ranging from photography, design, video, freelancing, but also lots of crafty classes, which, if you know me, that's my jam. Amongst other things, I've used Skillshare to learn how to crochet last summer and also to improve my watercolor technique. Their lessons are usually then an hour long, and they're organized in smaller bite-sized segments so that you can stop and pick it up at any time. Right now, I've totally gone into the rabbit hole of cyanotyping with the class Creating Beautiful Botanical Prints with Ease by Sarah Rafferty. I love how approachable she makes cyanotyping look and how she goes into detail on all the materials that you need and all the steps of the process. It makes me feel confident in attempting to do my first prints with local plants. And what I love the most about the platform is that you can upload your work and get feedback on it, and also see what other people have been working on, which I find super motivating. Skillshare is always launching new premium classes, so every time that I log in on the platform I can find something new that tickles my curiosity, and also they have no ads, which allows you to stay focused on whichever topic that you're learning. And lastly, it is super affordable. It's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. So if you are wanting to join this growing community of our creators, the first 1,000 subscribers that will click on the link on the description bar will get a free trial of their premium membership. And if you do get to try it, then do let me know which class you're taking, because I'm super curious. So thank you to Skillshare again for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. I can say that it was less than 50,000 euros, so that would be around 40,000 pounds, I think, more or less, and in dollars it would be, I don't know, 70,000, which is not the cheapest, but it's not very expensive either. There are houses around here that go for a lot less, but they need a lot of work and renovation. Well, this house was redone head to toe just like in the last few years, and actually when I came in everything was just new and was never used, so it's very uncommon to find houses like this one renovated for that price. So I was really lucky to be able to get it for that. And for all of you that are wanting to buy a property in Italy, as I said, there are places that sell for a lot less. Some of you in the comments said that some places in Italy sell the houses for €1, and yeah, that is true. I mean, in some places there are houses that are so in such a bad condition that the council just wants to get rid of them and wants to find an owner. So that is possible, but those places are usually just ruins, so there's walls and you just have to take everything, you know, down and then restart from there. But it is possible, and depending on the area you are, you can find pretty good deals. But yeah, if you're looking for a place in a remote area, they can go from, you know, 10,000 euros to 100,000 euros to 200 euros. It really depends on where, how big they are, how old they are, if they have been maintained, renovated, and all of that, and whether they come with land around. For example, this house doesn't have much land. It only has this garden, but I am in the process of figuring out if I can get a piece of land just on the back of it, because it would be amazing. But it's that. I hope it answered your question.
The big green mountains will take my pain away. Now it's alright. The river is singing his song, and I am here to sing along. Now it's alright. The river is singing his song, and I am here to sing along. To sing along.
The mirror is finished. It's not exactly what I was going for, but actually I'm quite pleased with the result. I ended up wrapping it with like macrame knots, but then I didn't like the finish of it, so I made this braid and then I just glued on it very lazily, and the only glue I had was black, but that's okay. I mean, it's not that visible. But yeah, gonna go and find a place for this somewhere in the house.
So there's no meaning on what we're told.
It's so windy. I'm taking like shelter next to the house. I feel like you probably feel like this as well, but anytime that I have something that I want to do, I misjudge the amount of time that it's gonna take me. Like this freaking mirror, I thought would be like something of an hour. It took me like 4 hours. I'm not even joking, because there's always like a little problem that you need to solve, and then it takes longer, and then you don't have something, you need to find it. That's DIY, I guess. I'm gonna answer the last question. I didn't want to answer it, but I think it needs to be addressed. I guess it's a little bit of controversial issue, and it is, why did you take the cross down? And let's start by saying that I did not think much of when I added that footage on the video. I am so far away from religion and so removed from it that I didn't think about it at all, and I didn't think that it could upset people, and I'm sorry if it upset you. It was honestly not done with bad intentions. It was just a piece of footage that I had. To answer your question, why did you take it down? As you might have guessed, I'm not religious, do not believe in God, never had, and never will, probably. So it doesn't make any sense to me to have this huge cross just in front of my house that, in all honesty, it freaked me out. And I'm not the only one, because I had a few friends coming over and they were all like, wow, that's kind of creepy at night to see that big cross. Since I'm not religious, but there are people in the village that are, I thought it would be best to relocate it somewhere where people can cherish it. And also, I do not feel like I've been disrespectful towards the cross or the property. In Italy, there are crosses everywhere, crosses and religious artifacts everywhere, and I removed it very respectfully. You have no idea how long it took me to remove that cross, because I didn't want to cut it. I wanted to get to the bottom of it, and like I didn't want to damage it or anything, and so it took me a week to get it off, and I'm full of blisters everywhere because, again, I was trying to be careful and not damaging it. If this has upset you, or you do not agree, or I don't know, you think that I'm gonna go to hell because I've done this, then please stop watching my content. I'm not gonna start believing or, you know, go to church or anything like that. So if that's a sensitive subject to you, then I would not suggest you continue to watch my content, because again, it's not gonna change. I hope I didn't sound too defensive, but I did want to address this because I received so many awful comments saying that I would be going to hell and that I would regret it, and that all those things that you would not think they would come out from the mouth of somebody that believes in, you know, peace and compassion and all that. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So I hope you enjoyed this very rambly vlog. My nose is so red. It's still cold, you know, it's like nearly mid-March, but it's still quite cold. If you have any more questions, you can leave them on the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them the next time that I make a rambly vlog like this one. And thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I'm so excited to be collaborating with them. As I said, I've been using them and loving them for quite a while now. So if you do want to join them, you can check the link in the description bar. I will leave all the info right there. I will see you very soon.